All right, let's talk about the perfect trap. Imagine you find a stock that is an absolute supermodel on paper. I'm talking record-breaking numbers, a CEO who sounds like he's already won the championship, everything. Everything is screaming, buy me. But then you spot it. A little whisper from Wall Street analysts. A secret note being passed around that just says one thing. This is a trap. Run. Today, we are putting one company under a microscope that is sending out the most schizophrenic signals I have ever seen. This is the bizarre high-stakes case of Liberty Latin America.
And this is the entire mystery right here. In one corner, you've got the company itself dropping a Q3 report that's basically a victory speech about record growth, and in the other corner, you have the so-called experts, the Wall Street analysts holding up a giant sign that says reduce. Now, that's their fancy, polite way of screaming, sell everything, the ship is sinking. So who were you supposed to believe? The company popping champagne corks or the guys paid to spot icebergs?
Look, if you've ever felt like Wall Street is speaking a secret language specifically designed to make you feel dumb, you're not crazy. It is. But that's why we're here. We are going to be your translators, your detectives, cracking this case wide open. If you want to be part of the investigation and help us decode this financial madness, do me a huge favor. Smash that subscribe button and hit the like. It tells the algorithm we're onto something big. Now, let's get into the evidence.
Okay, let's start with the dark side of the moon. Why is Wall Street so utterly terrified of this company? What are they seeing that makes them want to run for the hills? To get to the bottom of it, we need to look at what the analysts are actually saying.
First off, let's just bust this ridiculous jargon. When an analyst gives a stock a reduced rating, it's not a friendly suggestion. They're not saying, oh, maybe sell a little bit if you feel like it. No, it is a fire alarm. It is the consensus view that you, the investor, should be hitting the big red sell button. Make no mistake, for all practical purposes, this means get out.
And just look at this. This isn't a 50-50 split. This isn't a healthy debate. This is a stampede for the exits. Out of the three main analysts paid to cover Liberty Latin America, that's ticker LILA, two of them, the vast majority, are screaming sell. There's only one lone voice in the wilderness saying buy. That is a deafening chorus of negativity. And this pessimism, it's not old news. It is fresh off the press. And it seems to be getting worse by the day. Just follow the timeline here. A year ago, the consensus was, just hold it. 3 months ago, still hold. But right now, today, the official forecast has tipped over the edge into reduce. This isn't a static problem. The negative momentum is actively building. And this chart just perfectly captures the absolute chaos. Just look at this insane spread of price targets. You have one analyst saying this stock is going to crater to $6.50, and another one, looking at the exact same company, thinks it's going to rocket ship to $13. With the stock sitting at about $8.70, that means one expert sees a 25% crash, and the other sees a nearly 60% moonshot. This is financial whiplash.
Okay, so the analysts are predicting doom. Got it. But now we're going to flip this entire story on its head. Because while the analysts were writing their scary reports, the company dropped its Q3 earnings, and it's what I can only call the everything's awesome report. It's like it came from a different planet. Let's do a quick highlight reel. First step, bam. A 7% year-over-year jump in something called rebased adjusted OIBDA. I know, it sounds like a robot trying to speak English, but all you need to know is it's a super important metric for a company's real operational profitability. And it's not just growing, it's growing at a fantastic clip. Next, customers. Are people leaving? Nope. They added, get this, over 101,000 new postpaid mobile customers. These are the golden geese, the high-value people who pay their bills every single month. That is a tidal wave of new stable cash flow. And that number wasn't just pretty good. The company literally called it their strongest quarter for adding these key customers in 3 freaking years. 3 years! This isn't a fluke. It's a signal that their business is firing on all cylinders. And here's the guy in the big chair, CEO Balin Nar, basically doing a victory dance. He's not being careful with his words. He's leading with strong commercial momentum. This is a CEO brimming with confidence, practically daring you to bet against him. So, what in the world are the analysts so scared of? Well, this is where we peel back the curtain, because underneath all these beautiful, shiny numbers, there are two massive forces of chaos churning away. One was a calculated risk the company took, and the other was a complete act of God. This quote, this is from their own chief technology officer. You see, Liberty Latin America has been growing by gobbling up other companies. That's mergers and acquisitions, or M&A. And the CTO himself admits it adds more technology and complexity. And then he says the quiet part out loud, you don't always know what you are getting into. Yikes.
So this raises the terrifying question every investor has to ask. Is this company a well-oiled machine? Or is it becoming a Frankenstein's monster, stitched together with mismatched parts, duct tape, and a prayer? Trying to merge different technologies, different cultures, different everything is a recipe for disaster. It's a huge hidden risk.
And as if wrestling a corporate monster wasn't enough, the universe decided to throw a literal hurricane at them. A Category 5 storm made a direct hit on Jamaica, which is one of their major markets. We're talking about a real-world, unpredictable, business-shattering catastrophe.
So let's recap. We have terrified analysts, a super-confident CEO, internal chaos from mergers, and an external catastrophe from a hurricane. Just when you think this story can't get any weirder, one man steps out of the crowd and makes a bet that defies all logic. Everybody, meet Matthew Harrigan. He's that one little green slice of hope from that chart earlier. And you have to hear this. After seeing that amazing Q3 report, he didn't just maintain his buy rating. He raised his price target from $12 to $13. This man is looking at the same corporate Frankenstein, the same hurricane damage as everyone else, and he's still calling for nearly 60% upside. Is this guy a genius, or is he completely insane?
And that, my friends, brings us to the end of our investigation. We've presented all the conflicting evidence, we've heard from both sides. Now it is your turn to be the judge and jury. We're right back where we started, staring into this abyss of uncertainty. Is this stock a massive bargain that everyone is too scared to touch? Or is it a slow-motion train wreck that the analysts are right to be screaming about? The financial difference between being right and being wrong here is absolutely massive. So let's boil it all down. The bull case, the reason to buy, is built on hard facts you can see right now. Record growth, a CEO who's all in, and one renegade analyst with a bold bet. The bear case, the reason to sell, is built on fear of the future, the overwhelming analyst opinion, the hidden M&A chaos, and the fallout from a natural disaster. We've laid it all out, the hard numbers, the confident predictions, and the terrifying risks hiding in the shadows. The final choice really comes down to one question. Do you bet on the proven success of the past, or do you bet against the potential chaos of the future? You've seen all the evidence. Now you tell me, would you invest?